I turned 50 a few years ago, and my wife wanted to send me for motorcycle lessons for my 50th birthday, but I said no. Why would I say no to something like that? I had all kinds of reasons for saying no. I'm kind of frugal, and I didn't want to spend money on a motorcycle. We didn't have room in the garage, and I just didn't have time to take on a new hobby. Well, after she mentioned motorcycle lessons, it was in the back of my mind. I used to have my private pilot's license. I flew small airplanes. I used to do triathlons, including Ironman. Well, as it turns out, there's a lot of things I used to do. So after I turned 51, I really started considering taking riding lessons. Was it a midlife crisis? Maybe. I don't know. What I do know is I needed something new to do. Something for myself. I was starting to feel bored, and I felt like I never did anything for myself anymore. I wasn't feeling depressed or anything like that, and it seemed like maybe, just maybe, riding motorcycle would fit that need. I have a close friend that I grew up with, but now he lives across the country. He got his motorcycle license a few years back, and I never really thought of him as a motorcycle guy, so I was both surprised and impressed by his doing that and thought, well, maybe I can do this too. So a few months before turning 52, I secretly signed up for lessons. I didn't tell anyone, I didn't tell my wife, until after I obtained my learner's license, and that was a month before my lessons were to begin. My wife was so supportive, and she actually pushed me to go out and buy a motorcycle right away. Once I made that decision to buy a motorcycle, I then had to decide what kind I wanted. And of course my wife wanted me to get a cruiser because she thought Harleys looked cool. I thought I wanted an old cafe racer until a buddy across the country told me I should probably go with something a bit more modern, maybe liquid cooled. He has a sport bike, but he wasn't pushing me towards any specific kind of bike, just something reliable and modern. In the end, I ended up going for a dual sport, specifically a Generation 2 KLR 650, after deciding I might like to ride on and off-road. And when I say off-road, I mean like gravel roads. Nothing more difficult than that I would need a specific dirt bike for. I went to lessons, which included online learning and 4 days of riding. And during the riding portion of the lessons, I had a roller coaster of emotions, from really enjoying riding to not enjoying riding at all. But I never thought of quitting. I started out on a 30-year-old Honda Nighthawk in the parking lot before moving on to my much taller KLR 650 for the road. And after passing my lessons, I had a few months to practice my skills before my road test, which was scheduled for only a few days before my 52nd birthday. I was relieved to pass my test, because if I failed, it would have meant more practicing all summer and prep for a road test in the fall. Fast forward to today. Of course, I'm still a new rider and will consider myself a new rider for a while. Is it a midlife crisis I'm experiencing? I don't really care. I don't care because I'm enjoying riding a motorcycle so much that I can't believe I said no when my wife first offered for my 50th birthday, and I can't believe I didn't do this sooner. I've got no need to dwell on the past, just look forward and keep riding. I can't explain it, but I find it to be so relaxing and enjoyable that when I get home, I'm feeling refreshed, even if I had been really stressed before going for a ride. Though I certainly like the versatility of my motorcycle, I'm sure it wouldn't have mattered what bike I chose as long as it was reliable and comfortable for me. So, I don't think I'm in a midlife crisis. I think it's more of a midlife transition. Thanks for watching.